Are you struggling with how to help those who still suffer in addiction?
Well, in this episode, we'll share with you how little positive peer pressure helped us to discover peace and purpose in our own lives. Well, it's July 25th, and it's time for another double shot from My Sober Truth. Those who still suffer. You know, one of the things about addiction, we kind of tongue-in-cheek say it all the time, especially with what we're working on, is we're never going to run out of people to help.
Right.
Because unfortunately, new people crop up every day.
Exactly.
We're constantly surrounded by folks who are still suffering with addiction.
Absolutely.
You know, it breaks our heart. And we know, just like with them, just like we had to go with us, they got to come to that point that they want help.
Absolutely.
But there's this aspect, somebody walks in the door for one of these groups, they go to rehab and everything else, but there's an aspect of peer pressure, you know, and, you know, it always has this negative connotations, or most of the time, but there's this aspect of peer pressure that can be good to kind of keep you on the straight and narrow. So I'd love to know from your story, how did that positive peer pressure from your fellows in the group, ladies in the group, help you in recovery?
Well, we talked about it before. You know, I don't want to let anyone down.
Right.
Felt like I was doing good. I was kind of on a roll, and it wasn't only that. It was the message that was coming through to me was definitely getting through. Did I have issues with some of it that I had to figure out how to work around it? I mean, you know, in the beginning coming in, my biggest issue was with this whole higher power thing.
Right.
I had to come to that. I had to come to believe. So, but there was this this part of me, the way I've got around it at first was to let the group be my higher power. So in letting the group be my higher power, this peer pressure thing kind of kicks in where I don't want to let them down. I want to make sure I see them. And it was peer pressure, but it was very positive based peer pressure. It was me wanting to move on, wanting to learn. I seen in these people some peace and purpose and joy that I had never had and that I wanted. And that created, it wasn't really like they were putting all that much pressure on me. I kind of put this peer pressure on myself that I didn't want to let them down. I wanted to do the right thing. And I, quite honestly, I wanted what they had.
Right.
I seen that they had something going on that I didn't. And it seemed genuine and it seemed sincere, and I wanted to be a part of that. So that was kind of early on, that was what happened, you know. And so I wrote this note down, you know, using a group of like-minded individuals to move in a way that presents itself as positive peer pressure.
Right.
And it's that group movement. No one in the group is above or below anybody else. We're all here. We're all addicts, alcoholics, whatever the case may be. And we're all here for the same thing. We all want to get better.
Right.
The way our mind suggests is what is better may be different for all of us.
Right.
But we all want to get better. We all want to do better than we're possibly doing. And even for the people that have been around 20, 30 years, they're still hoping to get a little better. They're not set in that. They hope to get a little bit better. At the very least, those are the people that I wanted to be around and wanted to be a part of. Are there other people there? Yes, there are. But those people who are constantly striving to be the best version of themselves that they could be, that attracted me.
Gotcha.
That's what I wanted. And, you know, as far as how to go out and help those who still suffer, a big part of that is telling my story.
Right.
Listening, which was a big one for me because so much of my life, I wasn't really listening. I was just waiting to talk because I wanted somebody to hear how smart I was and how much I had to offer to whatever situation or conversation was going on. But learning to listen, learning to be there for other people when they just needed to talk.
Right.
They just needed to get it out. And instead of offering advice or telling them what to do, offering my experience, strength, and hope. Well, you know, I can't tell you what to do. but what I can tell you is what I've got.
Right.
What happened to me. This is the way that it happened for me. And I received that so much, and it did so much for me that I wanted to give that back out. And so that was really kind of my initial take on this. I didn't even realize that it was kind of a positive peer pressure situation, but it just was. And it was not only not wanting to let the people down who were already there, but also wanting to be good and solid for the new people coming in.
Right.
You know, wanting to be able to kind of earn my seat and prove my worth, and do something that just felt good. You know, I like I said, I think I've said it several times already, and I'm going to say it again because it is so true. You know, and it goes back to what my sponsor used to always say when he first got into recovery. You know, he may not have been. You hear a lot. You know, you come in and you want some of what we got. If you want some of what we got, you know, it's here for you.
Right.
And he says it all the time. I wasn't sure if I wanted any of what you had, but I knew damn sure I didn't want any more of what I had.
Exactly.
So that was the very beginning. Is I was just done with me. So now let's figure out how am I going to build back, you know, a Sean that I can be proud of.
Exactly. I love how, again, and you said it, we've seen this in our own lives before, but it's positive peer pressure takes the form of, you know, someone telling their story, someone serving others. And it's just another form of serving that fellow in need. And so how do you help those who still suffer? Just encourage them along in the way.
I'll tell you, if you don't have anything else to offer them, go get them and take them to a meeting. Because the power of the group it's hard to describe how much power there is in a group.
Absolutely. So as we wrap up, let's get our audience's take on this whole subject, okay? So folks, tell us about your journey. How did positive peer pressure from your fellow group members help you in your recovery journey? We'd love to hear your story. Take a few minutes, put your answers down in the comments section below. We can't wait to read what you have to say. And on that note, for My Sober Truth, I'm Mark.
Hey, and I'm Sean, and here's hoping that today you stay drunk with success. Love y'all.
Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you're thirsty for another round, then belly on up to mysobertruth.com and click on the double shot button today. There you'll find the encouragement, inspiration, and support that'll help you stay clean, on track, and prospering in every area of your life. Take a moment to subscribe to this channel, and if you got a minute, stick around. Let's watch another video together.